Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the reading. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. It's been a while since I've tapped in specifically to the Twin Flame Collective for a hyper-specific Twin Flame reading. Yes, the theme of Twin Flame and those types of connections do tend to come up in many of the collective reading videos that we co-manifest here on the channel, but I thought it might be beneficial to dive in very specifically to the twin flame dynamic taking place globally at this time. Now, for those of you who felt guided to this video, but don't necessarily resonate as being in a physical twin flame connection at this time, I do believe that there is still some message here for you. We are going to be channeling into the divine feminine and divine masculine collective, which of course we see the interplay of those divine feminine and divine masculine energies most dominantly and most manifested through physical twin flame relationships and connections, but we can also see these dynamics or certain themes of these dynamics play out globally, individually, on an internal level, because we all do have a balance of those energies internally, or even in other forms of relationship and connection. So, of course, I don't believe in coincidences or accidents. So if you are here listening to this video, I do believe that there is something in this video that may connect with you in a personal way. Now, with that being said, please keep in mind that I do channel into many different energies, dynamics, and connections. So although I am setting the intention to channel very specifically into twin flame connections in this reading, even within that twin flame dynamic, there are many different waves and timelines and pathways, energetically speaking. So always use your intuition and only take the messages that connect with you personally, because that intuition really is the compass of your life experience. It is your perfect guide, and no one can replace that. So I'm going to start by shuffling one of the new decks that I have been using, and I'm going to be pulling a few messages just to give us a starting place. I'm seeing the letter K, so that could be in someone's name here. I'm also getting the letter Y and D as well. We have the card Forgive. So a major theme, a starting point for this twin flame reading is the theme of forgiveness. I'm hearing letting go in order to attain a deeper level of peace, learning to value that sense of inner peace above everything else. In connection with this Forgive card, we also have Rise Above, drama, obstacles, pettiness, find the strength to rise. It's interesting that the Forgive card defines forgiveness as freedom from the past. Forgiveness in this sense really doesn't have to do with any external person. It's not even something that has to be verbalized in the physical world. It's a releasing that happens on the internal plane that frees you from being tethered to the past of a certain interaction, situation, environment, or person that has been holding you down through the constant reliving of that past. This is really giving me the energy of a slate being wiped clean and really learning to value that sense of internal peace in the present above anything that may have occurred in the past. I'm also getting a generalized sense that someone I'm tapped into here, it's almost like their soul is saying, I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of the heaviness. I'm ready to just let all of that go and to quite literally rise above. This card pictures a hot air balloon. I'm not sure if that is some kind of symbolism for someone here listening, but I'm really getting the sense of someone I'm tapped into here being essentially above all of it, meaning that if there have been obstacles or 3D difficulties, challenges, karmic situations, it's almost like there is this sense of detaching from all of that and prioritizing your inner peace. I'm hearing no longer needing to sort it all out in the physical, no longer needing to prove something to anyone, whether that's someone surrounding this situation or your physical twin flame counterpart themselves, truly choosing to rise above all of it, and in doing so, to fully reclaim that sense of internal peace, which is your greatest asset, especially when it comes to manifesting. Because when you have attained a state of peace within yourself, you are able to manifest with much more ease, with more effortlessness, because those limiting beliefs, ideas, etc., manifest as this kind of tension. So when we are in a state of peace, we are in a state of non-resistance, in a sense, where those limiting beliefs and ideas are no longer impacting us in that moment. We are, in a sense, a clear channel. And I'm hearing a creative channel. So someone very specific I'm tuned into here, maybe feeling their sense of creativity amplified. And if you've been noticing a surge of creative energy, know that you are meant to be channeling that, to put that into something. When I use the word channeling, of course, I'm not just exclusively talking about things like tarot readings or that we traditionally associate with spirituality. Channeling can be taking your energy and infusing it into anything that you create, anything that you do. All of this is infused with your energy. So in that sense, it is a form of channeling. I'm also hearing curiosities. So someone's guides are telling them to pay attention to where you're feeling curious, where you're feeling interested, even if it doesn't really make sense or you're not sure how to walk it all the way out. I'm hearing follow your curiosity, because it will lead you to really beautiful and unexpected kinds of places. We also have the card Fresh Start here. Once again, that energy of wiping the slate clean. It's almost like this is a moment in time I'm hearing where, and this is going to get pretty quantum, so I know we'll be talking at a high level here, but I also know many of you are manifesting, co-manifesting this information. So what I'm getting is the reason we feel like we can wipe the slate clean is because when you shift onto a higher timeline, you not only alter the future trajectory that you will experience, but you also, in a sense, alter the energy of the past. So this, and I believe I shared about this in a recent reading, but it may have been one of the Patreon extended readings, but I talked about how when you shift onto a higher timeline, you quite literally alter not just the future, but the past. I know this is a lot for us to fully grasp because of the limitations of being human and having our conscious thinking mind, but quite literally, everything and every time is existing in this now moment simultaneously. And when we shift onto a higher timeline, we are, in a sense, altering the energy of what occurred even in our own past. This is why sometimes when you shift to a higher timeline, you might feel as though certain people you were friends with, let's say in childhood, in high school, in the past, suddenly may seem like complete strangers, like people that you never knew or connected with, or you might meet them again and they seem entirely different outside of the normal differences, of course, that you would experience simply through maturing and growing up. It's like they truly seem like an entirely different person, like someone you never knew. This is also why sometimes people will return into your life and seem entirely different than how you remembered them being, sometimes even in what you would consider to be a positive way, where that relationship itself seems to be transformed or renewed. You also could find that if you talk about past events with these people that return from your past, they may remember certain things entirely differently, or there may even be conversations that you did have with them that you might have, for example, old text messages or letters or things you truly do not remember having either sent or received from this person. These can all be indications that you have shifted onto a different timeline. And so that has actually altered the content of the past of those relationships and connections. But again, this is why we have that sense of just wanting to leave it all behind, rise above it, and wipe the slate clean, because energetically speaking, that slate has been wiped clean here. You also might find that certain things that you used to think of in the past, memories that used to cause you a lot of pain or used to really bother you or trigger you, that those triggers have almost like dissolved themselves. And it's not because you are apathetic, it's because you've done the work to shift your vibration and actually, in a sense, altered the vibrational content of the quote unquote past of this new timeline trajectory. So, wow, very, very powerful messages coming through today, especially for those of you resonating here as twin flames. Now, we do have the card split energy, options, unfocused, multitasking, decide what you really want. So you may be feeling as though your energy has been pulled in many different directions. This could be in a romantic sense. You might have different people vying for your attention. This could be platonically. This also could be in your life, your day-to-day life generally. But regardless, we have the card here, ascend, expansion, evolution, universal intelligence, stay connected to spirit. But it's interesting because I read that initially as stay focused. So I actually feel this ascend card is telling us to stay focused on the bigger picture, the more expansive mission. Now, for you personally, this could be your larger goals for yourself, your life, your vision of what you want to embody, what you want to accomplish in this life. And it could be that this split energy is representing distractions coming in. I am getting that this twin flame journey and the way it's opened you to being such a beacon of unconditional love has rendered you extremely magnetic. Now, magnetism, of course, has a dark and a light side to it, just as everything in this universe does. The light side of magnetism is, of course, you now have the capacity to attract in optionality, choices that may have not existed in the past. You therefore also have the ability to attract in more of what you desire. But the dark side of magnetism is that you also will attract a lot of what may actually be more so a distraction to your true desires. Not necessarily things that are negative, but things that want to connect with you that may not be beneficial for you to connect with in return. And I see a lot of that happening here, particularly for those of you who resonate more so with the divine feminine side of the journey. The divine feminine often goes through a massive glow up especially along the twin flame journey, because of the way that it opens the heart chakra. And heart chakra energy is the most magnetic energy of any chakra center. It also renders you highly attractive, literally at the energetic level, but in a way that can give you a glow that other people even physically perceive as beauty or perceive as attractiveness, because open heart chakra energy truly is so beautiful, and that beauty manifests itself in physical ways as well. So I'm hearing that specifically for divine feminines, you may be attracting in a lot of positive attention. This, again, doesn't have to be romantic if that isn't something you are involved with or desire to attract. This could be in any sense, but this is where discernment comes into play, and choosing your direction of focus becomes extremely essential, because you are really being called to a higher spiritual mission and purpose here, whatever that is for you. This could be any dream or vision that you've created for yourself. It could be involving sharing your art with the world, sharing your voice, creating a business, creating a home, a family, a beautiful connection, whatever this is for you. And I'm hearing that some of what your magnetism may be attracting in could actually be very distracting to this higher level mission and purpose here. And I'm hearing a strong message that some of what you're attracting in may simply not be able to connect with you consistently when you are truly embodying those higher qualities, those higher vibrations, and to not be afraid of what you might, in a sense, spit out, repel out of your life. Because at times it can be tempting to actually dilute or lower our vibration slightly to connect with people that we subconsciously recognize would not be able to connect with us if we were fully embodying that highest vibrational version of ourselves, our full potential. We are really being called to embody that regardless of how other people may react to it or be capable of connecting with us. Now, I sense a lot of activity taking place in the fifth dimension, especially between twin flames who have known each other at some point in this particular physical lifetime. Specifically, this fifth dimensional communication and interaction seems to be around this forgiveness, this releasing of the past. So if you've had certain dreams, astral experiences, meditation experiences involving interacting with your twin flame counterpart, this may have been about working through and releasing certain things from the past of your connection in order to wipe the slate clean. Now, of course, what you choose to do with that fresh start energy is entirely up to you. You are the conscious creator of your life. You could choose to build a physical harmonious relationship with your twin flame, or you could choose to connect with a soulmate or to pursue a more independent path, at least for a time. And only your intuition can guide you in those choices. But I do sense that regardless, there is this theme of the past being wiped clean, being released, being forgiven, releasing those weights vibrationally so that you can truly rise into your highest potential. Now, I am going to be channeling a few more messages about this dynamic coming up here in the reading. But first, I also want to share with you my personal, most powerful tool for transforming my own mind and manifesting in my own life. And these are subliminals. Subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations. And the powerful thing about subliminals specifically is that these affirmations are actually embedded within other sounds, tones, and frequencies. And it is believed that this allows the affirmations to sink into the deeper parts of the mind, the subconscious mind, and directly reprogram it, essentially bypassing that conscious layer, that gatekeeper of the mind. So through utilizing subliminal meditation, I've been able to reprogram my mind, shift my energy, and manifest so many things in my life, and I continue to use them on a daily basis. So I am so passionate about subliminals that I am now sharing them through my very own app, Sound and Soulful, which is now available in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So on this app, I have over 130 subliminals for essentially every area of life. When you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you can access any of the subliminals I've created in 8 different background sound options. You can also create your own custom private playlists. So specifically for this reading, I would most highly recommend my subliminal for twin flame 7 chakra clearing, because regardless of whether or not you desire to connect physically in relationship with your twin flame, this subliminal is really designed to shift you into an energy of unconditional love, which is so powerful for manifesting in all areas of our life. It is the most magnetic energy on the planet. So this is designed to clear out any blockages stored within the 7 chakra centers that could be preventing you from fully accessing and emulating that energy of unconditional love. This will also make you highly magnetic and attractive to the highest outcomes and your heart's desires in life and in connection. So the link to download my app, which again is Sound and Soulful, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and channel a few final messages here. So what else can I channel for the twin flames listening? And of course, we get my number 1 card from the Energy Oracle deck for reunion with the Happy Family card. This speaks to harmony, peace, stability. And once again, I feel that opening the way to the potential for a harmonious union or reunion, if that is what you desire, or for just harmonious connection generally, whether that is with a twin flame or with a soulmate. This is coming through the forgiveness that is taking place energetically. I'm hearing it's almost like a recalibration taking place in the quantum field through this element of forgiveness. There's also a deep heart healing taking place here with the broken heart card in the reverse position. And I'm hearing you heal your heart by being everything that you needed from someone else for yourself, by giving yourself what you've always needed. That is why self-love is such a portal, a doorway to really beginning to radiate that unconditionally loving energy that is so magnetic to attract in these harmonious, balanced connections, because unconditional self-love is unconditional love embodied within the self. And when we break down those barriers of self-limitation and self-judgment, we are actually breaking down energetic barriers of separation between the self and others as well. So, wow, this feels like a really beautiful place to close the reading today. Thank you so much again for sharing your own energy with this reading and with the channel generally. I am so grateful for our beautiful, mutually uplifting and inspiring community here. So if something here did connect, I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Of course, you can also subscribe to the channel. And the link to access my twin flame 7 chakra clearing subliminal, as well as all of the other subliminals in my app, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today. Have a beautiful, magical remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.